We revisit Arrow Rock this week on Pole House Blackpot Weekend Getaways as we visit friends of ours from Michigan. And on the menu, coconut cream pie, so stick around. This is Wade, and I'm Angel, and this is Iris, and we are Pole House Blackpot's Weekend Getaways, where we show you all things yummy to cook in cast iron as we visit different places.
Well, welcome back to another weekend getaway. We are actually, last week, if you watched, we were in Cookbook County at the Show Me State Light Up, and we left there and directly came down here.
The 2024 Show Me Light Up.
Yeah, 2024 Show Me Light Up. And I got something new. I didn't show you last week, but I got something new. One of my new friends gave me this nickel. It's called nickel, kind of a silver colored. Just a regular, sometimes it looks like a regular Coleman lantern, but this one actually was built. It says B of 1947. It's a 220D model. This doesn't mean much to lot. But if you look at the bottom, it's kind of thing about these Coleman stoves if you're interested. All these Coleman stoves on the bottom, you see the Coleman right there in the middle. And on this left side is B. On this right side over here, it says 47. So the B means it was built in the last 6 months. So it's just something neat. But we're actually going to be staying
someplace we've already been to.
And this is actually Sunday, Monday, Tuesday night. And who are we visiting?
Here from work, or leaving here to go to work Tuesday.
Yeah, and we're in Arrow Rock.
We're visiting with some friends from Michigan that you saw us. Fact is, they told us what tannins were. Sheila did. We're here to see Sheila and Frank. So they're passing through visiting family, and they stopped to visit us too. I feel blessed. So we're going to get around, and as this weekend progresses, we will let you know more stuff.
And we're cooking. We're not going to show you much. We're actually gotten some. Sheila had some leftover bananas that were getting about too far done. So of course we're making some homemade banana bread. And if you want the recipe, you can watch, and we'll check down below in the description.
And they can get it in our cookbook.
Yep, get our cookbook, but we'll show you probably later in this video how we get that. And it has that banana bread recipe in it. So this is Sunday evening. We probably won't do any for tonight, but we'll probably see you all tomorrow, and we'll figure out, depending on what the weather's doing and what we got going on, whether we're going to do a shooting, you know, what we're going to be shooting tomorrow. But we got a couple good new recipes we're going to try. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
One thing, your thing.
Well, we got two different things. Like. Yeah, so, okay. So, that'll be it for tonight. We'll see y'all tomorrow. All right. Welcome back. If you saw us last night, we were out here. We had the Model T out here. We're camping at Arrow Rock State Historic Site. And like we said last night, we've already been here and done a lot of other stuff. That's of course linked down below in the description. But we're having a good time. Haven't done a whole lot. Then I took the Model T home. It's about a 35-minute drive, so I took it home because good chance of rain tonight and tomorrow, and I didn't want to get soaking wet. So Iris says hi. Hi, Iris. So anyway, what I'm going to make is an impossible coconut pie. I'm going to make this because Frank and Sheila love coconut stuff, and Angel does not, so they'll help me eat it. So if you're, what we're going to do is start with, actually, Iris, that's enough. We'll be right back. You can't be barking all the time. Like I say, what we're making is an impossible coconut pie. And this is a recipe that my mom has made for years. We got it from one of our church ladies when I was a kid, and we always loved it. But Angel is not a coconut fan, so I don't make it very much. But I know Frank and Sheila are, So that's what we're going to make it, and they're going to help me eat it. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started. So all I've done so far is started with a 1.5 cups of plain white sugar. Okay. To that, we're going to add, let's see, I've got my recipe out here, 4 eggs. And I brought these out of the fridge several hours ago, so that they are, quote, room temperature. They're going to be, I'll explain to you why. For one, it's better for baking to have room temperature, and there's another reason why I'm going to make sure everything's pretty much room temperature, and hopefully I'll kind of explain that when we get ready to do the baking process. So, okay, we're going to cream the sugar and the eggs together real quick. Now my mom has always, when she did this, she always used it in her blender at home. And it works good that way too, but this works fine. This is just a hand little mixer. Works perfect. Okay. Doesn't take a lot of mixing, but we're going to cream that. Okay, get that mixed together. Next, we have to add, oh, I already hit a button here. Sure don't mess up anything. Okay. It takes some vanilla, and it's about a teaspoon, and we're going to guess. You can add a little extra vanilla, it doesn't hurt anything. And we're using real vanilla, pure vanilla. And we're going to add, let's see, this is 1/4 cup of melted butter. So we're going to add that in. Now, it's not real hot, so it shouldn't be scrambling the eggs, but we're going to pour it slow just in case. That'll temper the eggs and make sure we don't have any scrambledness in our, not good idea to scramble your eggs, anything like this. Wouldn't be tasty. Okay, we'll mix that in a little bit. Next ingredient we have to add is some flour. And it calls for 1/2 cup of flour. The nice thing about what this flour does is it's mixed in here, but what happens is the flour, as this pie bakes, the flour will actually settle to the bottom and, quote, make its own crust. So therefore, that's why it's called, I guess, the impossible coconut cream pie. So we'll mix this in. Double check, I think there's only one ingredient left. We had eggs, sugar, flour, melted butter, oh, milk. I'll go get the milk. It's inside warming up, and I didn't want it with the winds blowing, if you couldn't tell. Sorry for the audio if the wind is messing us up. Fairly windy, and we didn't want to get stuff in our milk, so I put it inside where it's a little warmer, so I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. We add to this 2 cups of milk. We're using whole milk. And we let it warm up a little bit too, so it's not so cold. It's been sitting out a little bit. Now this is a thin batter, so it's a little bit tricky. I've never, I have to be honest with you, I hope this comes out, I've never done this outside in the Dutch oven. It's usually done in a regular pie, deep pie shell in, quote, the oven at home. So we'll see how this does. Okay, last thing, 1.5 cups of, this is just sweetened coconut. I wipe a little bit of the extra flour off of here. Use the same measurement cup. Okay, and 1.5 cups of coconut. Okay, seal that up, like I said. And basically now, since it's all mixed in good, all we have to do is just kind of fold in the coconut. Make sure the outside, scrape the edges real good, of course. Make sure that's mixed up. And you can see how it looks here. it's thin, which is fine. It'll set up. That's what the eggs are going to do. Okay, so I'm going to stop here. We'll regroup. I'm going to get the charcoal going and then get this bacon. In case you're wondering, Angel had to go do some family stuff with her mom, so she'll be back a little bit later. And then it's getting late afternoon, and I wanted, while the light was good, I wanted to go ahead and get this pie baked and let it cool a little bit before for dessert for supper. So I'll be right back in a few minutes when we're almost ready to get this bacon. If you haven't noticed, Angel got here just in time, so she's gonna help. Okay, so let's see. What I think I'm gonna start off here. Like I said, I've never done this out in the Dutch oven. So we're gonna take the lid off the Dutch oven, put some of the charcoal on top. Actually, we're just gonna dump all the charcoal on top of there for a minute, okay?
Yeah, because we got us a
heck of a wind. Okay, now we're gonna set the Dutch oven on here, and we're gonna put our normal amount on the bottom. This is a 12-inch Dutch oven, so we're going to put our normal, actually we're going to probably just put a little bit more. We're probably going to put 11 or 12 on the bottom, because we're going to put a rack in the bottom, and then the actual pie plate goes on top of the rack, so therefore you're going to get some more heat that's radiating up around the pie plate and then up on top of the oven. So we're going to add just a little bit more.
You know, I hate to be bossy, but you're getting ashes.
Well, I can't do nothing about it, hon. I know, it's pretty windy again. I haven't even taken this guard off. I'm going to have to take it off part way to get the back side. At least on one piece of charcoal. Over here. Yeah, wind's rough today. Okay, there we go. Now, okay, next step. I can rearrange these here in a minute because I'm going to get the lid on that Dutch oven. Okay, we put a wire rack with a standard pie plate. You try to put it in the middle best you can, okay?
No cooking spray on it?
I put a little tiny bit of I used the rag from the melted butter that was in that little Dutch oven that I had, and I wiped it on there, and then I wiped it in there, because I don't remember whether Mom said she did ever put much oil in it. So now I did it this way because this batter's thin, so therefore I don't want to move this around if I don't have to. Hopefully it's level enough, and it's going to be full.
Whoa, whoa.
Whoop, I almost made a mess. I think I already did make a mess. Not going to quite fit, is it?
That's all right.
We'll have to clean it, won't we?
Yep.
I probably should have lined that Dutch oven, so if we had spillage, we were okay, but I didn't think about that. But it'll clean. Lid on carefully. Before any more ash get in there. Now we will do like normal bake. We'll have 4 nice ones in the center. And everything else we will put around the outside edge. Make a nice solid ring. Now, in case you're wondering, I mentioned it earlier, why I was talking about why we were going to do let everything warm up to room temperature. One is because a lot of times it's the best when you're baking to have room temperature eggs and such, because it just does a better job of baking. And the other one is, this is supposed to cook about 40 to 45 minutes, no more. And that center will get just a little bit jiggly yet, the outside will be set. And so that's just getting about to the max life of our charcoal. And I'd rather not have to replenish a few more charcoal for just a few minutes. So hopefully, this wind won't bother us too bad. We'll keep enough heat in here for that full. We'll probably be a little hotter at the first little bit of time, but then they'll start gradually cooling off. So we're not going to lift the lid. We're just not going to anymore rotate, and give you a little bit different type of rotate, and I'll tell you about that here. But since it's a 45-minute cook time, we're going to do it in 15 minutes. So we'll see you back here in 15 minutes.
On this channel, we show you yummy, delicious, and interesting things to cook in cast iron, most specifically Dutch ovens. Do you know we have a cookbook? It not only shows you great tips how to use your Dutch ovens, but it gives you our first 2 years of recipes. They're $20 with $6 shipping and handling. You can get those at Pole House Black Pots, P.O. Box 212, Fayette, Missouri 65248, or on Venmo.
Yes, in the Venmo, look up Pole House Black Pots on Venmo. Okay, it's been 15 minutes and we're going to do the first rotate. Now, there's 2 reasons we're not going to rotate the main Dutch oven bottom. One is it's very wet yet and thin, so it's probably going to slosh out anyway. Second reason is because we've got that air gap under there, so all that heat, even though it may not be 100% even, is floating around and equalizing itself under that Dutch oven, under the pie plate coming around. So therefore, really no need to have to rotate the bottom, just the top. So that's what we're going to do. Same thing, about a third of a turn. That's it. I'll do it in 15 more minutes, and in 45, hopefully, it'll be done. So. Okay, it's just been 45 minutes. We'll hope it's done. Take a peek.
I'd say that's done.
Yeah, perfect. You see it starting to brown?
Oh yeah. And it's just a little bit jiggly.
Beautiful.
Okay, set them briquettes over here. Look at how used up those are.
Yep. If you look here, see, there's a little bit left, but that's about it. The rest of them are pretty much.
So we've come to the end of the life of those for cooking. So he's going to pull this out carefully.
Sit it over here, so hopefully we'll get ashes blowing on it.
And he's got a mess to clean up.
I'm going to pull this out so it'll sit on the rack. Let it cool a little bit better, so it doesn't sweat on the bottom too much, and then the bottom will get kind of watery. So,
well, unfortunately, this is a dessert for him and our friends from Michigan, which we'll put the link from our trip to Michigan. There were 3 of them on there, where they're on there with us.
Yeah.
So, I hope you like this video. Sorry I wasn't in it very much. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up, which is a like. Share us on Facebook or Instagram. Don't forget to subscribe, and hit that bell, which is a notification so you know when our videos come out.
Yeah.
And we'll see you next week.
All right. Thanks again for watching. Bye, everybody.